Minister. I'm the Deputy Secretary General.
Very nice to see you. Great pleasure. Great pleasure.
Your Excellencies, Ambassadors of the Republic of Armenia, of Luxembourg, and Deputy Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, on behalf of the Benelux Union, and particularly as well of my colleague Thomas Antoine, I have the pleasure of welcoming you here at the Benelux General Secretariat, which by now we call the Benelux House, on the occasion of the signature of the implementing agreement between the government of the Republic of Armenia and the governments of the Benelux countries.
The EU and Armenia signed 19 April 2013 an agreement on readmission of persons residing without authorization at a ceremony that took place here in Brussels. The agreement came into force on the 1st of January 2014, and today we are signing the implementation of this protocol for the Benelux. This is very important because the purpose of this protocol is to lay down technical details for the implementation of the readmission agreement, but the main objective of the agreement is of establishing rapid and effective procedure of identification and safe and orderly return of persons residing without authorization who was carried out since the signing of the agreement. The cooperation on return and readmission of irregular staying Armenians is excellent. So thank you very much, Minister. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. The fourth meeting of the Joint Readmission Committee established under the United Nations European Union Armenia Readmission Agreement took place in Brussels on the 24th of January 2018, and a general assessment of the application of the agreement was positive. Belgium is in any case very satisfied about the constructive and fluent cooperation with the Armenian authorities. We also want to thank Armenian authorities for the cooperation and in the organization of joint return flights of persons who are without authorization to stay in Belgium. But dear colleague ambassadors, I'm very glad today to sign this agreement, to this implementation protocol. Of course, it was an EU-Armenian agreement, but I think it's very fruitful to have this protocol. We're working together on a daily basis, on a very regular and very positive, excellent cooperation. Thank you very much. I met, since I'm State Secretary for Migration in the past 4 years, a lot of Armenian people who are living in Belgium. They're living in Belgium a long time, mostly. They're very well integrated. They're contributing to the economy. They're working very hard. And we have just really low numbers of Armenians not behaving well, so that's always very good. So Armenia is an excellent corporation. They're really hard-working people. They're most welcome in our country. Of course, on a legal status. Let's be clear. And I think that the cooperation that we have is officialized today with the signature of our 3 countries, or 4 countries, rather. But for Belgium, it is a very big step ahead, and it's again, and this just strengthens my confidence in our relationship together, Mr. And thank you very much for that.
Dear friends, thank you very much for the very nice words you have addressed to my people, and I do know that we have quite a few compatriots in your country who have a very long tradition of living in your country and benefiting from the hospitality of your country and also contributing to the wealth of your nation. And of course, we have also at an interstate level, we have been working really very hard to regulate a very important issue of migration. It's a very big issue across the globe. Internationally, we're trying to, thank you. Internationally, we're trying to work together along the parameters of global policy. Within the European Union, it's a very important part of our cooperation, and it translates into a rather more specific cooperation amongst Armenia and its partner countries, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. And it's a great pleasure for me to be in the Benelux house. And I hope one day, not far away, I will be able to also host you in a similar house of the South Caucasus countries. It goes without saying, I will be waiting for you in Armenia.
I know.
Together with the European Union and individual member states, we implemented several projects that were aimed at creating favorable conditions and assisting our citizens in full reintegration, taking into account not just socio-economic but also psychological aspects of the process. A number of joint endeavors were dedicated to, several endeavors were dedicated to enhancing capacities of Armenian government agencies to build its own reintegration policy. Readmission and reintegration are in the center of our mobility partnership. We have a very sincere and very pragmatic working relations with the European Union and with the Benelux countries. The implementation protocol that will be signed in a few minutes will be a valuable addition to the existing legal framework and will surely make the readmission related procedures better regulated. We are partners from Benelux. They are very valuable. I thank you very much for all the very good, pragmatic, hard work we have been doing together, and thank you for the recognition of our effort. And we will continue in the same spirit. And the protocols that we're signing now are an important, very important addition, new instrument in our hands to carry on with our joint work in migration regulation. So without further ado, I will be a very happy witness of the signing ceremony. Thank you very much.